today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jacoby Brissett and the Los Angeles Chargers taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Dallas Cowboys.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading him out in his 6th season now from NC State, it's Jacoby Brissett.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
On the bootleg, it's Brissett. He's got Burton here. This defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Brissett. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Drake. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. It's caught. Smith. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, here's Brissett, and that is incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They'll be led by the 2nd-year man from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Play action. Now it's Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa, and he fires one incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And boy, he is was very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got fourth and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Brissett's throw into the hands of Cobb. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Play action now. Brissett. Well, this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. To throw, Brissett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Barkley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Here's Tua. Oh, he stays up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off. Out now
comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here comes Reed. Oh, look at the juke. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action with Brissett. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On is the Chargers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
First and goal at the 1. Tua sets up to pass it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's caught. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's the...
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. John Franklin Myers. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Brissett sets to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on 1st down. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Tua going to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. From the gun, it's Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to pass. Tua gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brissett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On is the Chargers punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Quick move by Miller. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua, and he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Touchdown, Cowboys! Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Reed. And he won't quite make it to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is Smith with a grab. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd and 10, Brissett into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Terry McLaurin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
A try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Reed returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Play fake, Brissett. That's complete to Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. They'll throw now on the final play. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Laviska Shenault, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Daniel Jones, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. 21-9, your final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. Tua now on first down. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And tough going there, as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brissett. Caught by Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The return is Reed. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They run on first down as they get about 3, 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Dobbins. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go again with Dobbins. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Drake. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Brissett completes it to the tight end, Burton. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, third quarter down in Arizona. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 12, Brissett. He's got Burton here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
A handoff to Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers.
I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 5 yards remain on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now back to throw. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Hands it off out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. Play action. Now it's Tua. It's Kelsey on the ground. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett, and he'll go underneath here to Drake. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Brissett. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. On third down, Miller. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. On second down, here's Miller. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 2-0 start. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. The Chargers offense back out and ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing again on second down. Brissett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense
that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
First down, Brissett. And this goes out wide for Drake. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Now Brissett. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. On 3rd down, Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Quick move by Miller. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Dallas, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.